Hello everybody, Frozen X-Blade here, and today I am here with a Call of Duty video, more specifically Advanced Warfare, even though there will be some Black Ops 2 gameplay in the background. I couldn't access Advanced Warfare for whatever reason this morning, so I had to just record some Black Ops 2 instead. Sorry about that. And in the background you'll just see me doing dreadful a quick-scoping match against my friend the Wild Frank Chicken. So yeah, let's get into this. Basically, the video I'm going to do today is 25 things you didn't know about Advanced Warfare multiplayer. These things might up your game. They are very little things, but I also think they're very interesting, so let's hop right into it. First thing is sprint canceling. As you know, in Black Ops 2, sprint canceling was a huge thing, but in Advanced Warfare, you can't do it with very many guns. Except for the IMR, that is. The IMR has a very good sprint cancel time, and you can almost cut it in half, which is especially useful, especially since the IMR has an abnormally high reload time for an assault rifle. Next up, you can double tap X to reload faster, but if you do so, that'll throw away an extra reserve mag, so be careful when you do that. At number 3, we have, normally when you cook a frag, you can't press Y to switch back to your normal weapon, and you're going to be forced to either fire it or kill yourself if you hold it for too long. But if you have the flak jacket perk on, then you can switch to a gun while you're cooking a frag grenade. I found this kind of weird and random, but it is useful from time to time. Next up we have number 4. Certain Exo Abilities, when you use them, give off a glow. A good example of this is Exo Stim. It gives off a blue glow when you use it. So if you're in a dark area and you don't want to be detected, you might want to be careful about using your Exo Abilities. Next up is the Riot Shield. In Advanced Warfare, the Riot Shield can block bullets while it's on your back. So it can block bullets while that are coming from behind. So it gives you some extra defense if attackers are coming from behind. If you have an extra spot in a class and you don't normally use secondaries in Advanced Warfare, then this is definitely a good option. It just gets you extra protection. Next up, the XMGs. You know that the XMGs can be locked down for increased accuracy and fire rate, but however, when you do so, you stand completely still. With this trick, you can lock down while you're falling to go down vertically and still get that extra fire rate and accuracy. So if you see someone and you're in a gunfight, jump down from a high roof, lock down in midair, and spray them to death. Next up, we have some cool facts about the Minimap. For the Advanced Warfare Minimap, it's a lot more advanced than Ghosts or Black Ops 2. You can use, since there's more elevations in the game, like a lot more vertical combat because of the exosuits, when someone above you, that's an enemy, shows on the minimap, a little red arrow will appear above their dot, and when someone's below you, a little red arrow will be below that dot. So you can use that to your advantage to find out precisely where your enemy is. Next up, we have swimming. It's probably not something you're inclined to do in Advanced Warfare because it's abysmally slow and you drown after a few seconds. However, on certain maps like Defender, it can be very useful from getting away from your foes when you're in a pinch. Also, bullets do less damage through water, I'm pretty sure, and it's a lot harder to see your target. So, next up we have a really cool kind of thing you can do with the TAC-19. If you have the Gung Ho perk equipped, and you press the reload button, the sprint, and the fire button, you can shoot insanely fast if you spam those buttons constantly. With those, you can fire the TAC-19 at almost like full auto, and it's really amazing. Next up is something about the Stinger. It's the lock-on rocket launcher. Rocket launchers don't see much use in this game, but that can be helpful. And the downside of the Stinger is it's really long lock-on time. So to counter that, for whatever reason, when you're cloaked, the Stinger locks on faster. So before you lock onto your target, activate that cloak Exo ability, and you'll be able to lock on to anything you want. Next up is the game mode Infected. It's a nice party game, and you might not have given it that much attention. However, it's one of the best modes to get a ton of XP, and you can get very easy DNA bombs if that's what you're hunting for, because the Infected do not have anything ranged, except for the spike drones, of course. Next up is the Exo Stim. I've already talked about this a little bit with the glow, but one thing you might not have known, excuse my grammar, is that when you have Exo Stim active and you're at full health, you can actually absorb a melee. So one melee will not kill you while you have Exo Stim active and you're at full health, which I think is pretty cool. So if you have time, and you think you're about to get panic knife, just activate that Exo Stim and you'll be able to survive and kill your opponent. Next up, another fact about the IMR. It's a very interesting weapon. The IMR is the only gun in Advanced Warfare that has regenerating ammo. That's right, the IMR prints its own ammo. Every couple of seconds, your ammo pack will increase by 4 bullets, or 1 burst for the IMR. So basically, you don't have to equip Scavenger or Extended Mags unless you really feel like it. Next up is, a lot of people say that Advanced Warfare is the first Call of Duty game where you can't take fall damage. Well, this is simply not true. You can take fall damage in Advanced Warfare, but there has to be the system hack, an enemy system hack above, with the, whatever you call those things you put on them, that disable your Exo Abilities while your exosuit. While your exosuit is disabled by a system hack and you fall from a high place, you can take fall damage in Advanced Warfare, which I thought was really weird. Next up is, for the game mode Capture the Flag, whenever you're carrying the enemy flag and you shoot people, you get double XP for your kills. So if you're trying to get a lot of XP fast, then play some CTF. Next up is something that a lot of people might know, but is useful nonetheless. While you have the Gung Ho perk equipped, which allows you to fire while sprinting, if you're using a shotgun, your hipfire spread is greatly increased, because Gung Ho does definitely seem like it's a perk made for shotguns. However, I think this is kind of defeating the purpose of it, and it's definitely annoying. So keep in mind, if you're going to use Gung Ho with shotguns, that hipfire spread will be off the charts. Next up is for sniper rifles. If you go into crouch mode or you go prone, it reduces the idle sway and the accuracy on your sniper, which is pretty amazing. This has been in all Call of Duty games so far, I think, but if you want to get those quick shots, make sure to press that B button real quick before you fire so you can get a bit more accurate. Next up is another thing with the XMGs, and that is the fact that while you have the Exo Hover Exo ability equipped, you can actually lock down while hovering, so you can be in the air while locked down with the XMG. So that's just another helpful tip you can use to get the jump on people with that insane fire rate and accuracy. Next up is a factoid about the Pytech, one of the LMGs in Advanced Warfare. After the first 10 shots, it does not have any recoil at all. So if you're going to go for accuracy, then you might want to spray for a little bit, and then the recoil will gradually reduce to absolutely nothing, and that thing will be exactly like a laser. Next up is something that I found really strange and funny. You have a better chance of getting an elite gun in a normal supply drop than an advanced supply drop. Just why? Next up is, when you're walking down ledges, you might want to consider boost slamming. It'll get you out of the line of fire quicker than if you just fall. So if you're running away from some enemy fire, then you might want to consider boost slamming out of the way. Next up is, if you have 2 Exo Abilities equipped at the same time, you can use both of them at the same time. So you can have like Cloak and Stim equipped at the same time, or Hover while having a trophy system. It's very useful in some situations, depending on how you like to set up your classes. Next up is something cool that's exclusive to Advanced Warfare, and that is the fact that with the enlisted, professional, and elite variants, the guns come with different camos. So if you put another camo on top of it, you can get a mixture of camos, which makes it look extremely cool, and you basically get to customize your own gun in new and exciting ways. For the second to last one, we have a cool little trick. Well, not really a trick, but this has to do with the thing I told you earlier about the elite variant chances in the supply drops. So even though you have a better chance of getting elites in normal supply drops, your chance to get a professional and elite ones goes up super high. So if you're hunting for professional weapons, you're definitely going to want to go for advanced supply drops. And lastly, we have the Exo perk Overcharge. When you have that equipped, then you can do increased Exo Slam damage, and you can also concuss your opponent when you Exo Slam on them while you have that perk equipped. Well guys, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed and you think you might be able to use these tips, then make sure to let me know down in the comments below and subscribe for more content like this. That's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time. Goodbye.